Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets hidden in plain sight within company filings. And boy do we have a doozy for you today. This ain't your ordinary filing, it is an amendment. And sometimes those little changes can tell a bigger story than the original report ever did. So what is the deal here? This filing is an amendment to a previous report originally filed back in September. It is like a company saying, oops, we forgot to tell you some really important stuff. And that really important stuff often has to do with mergers, acquisitions, or big financial events. In this case, it's about Mama's Creations Incorporated, and a significant acquisition they made that apparently didn't get its full financial story told the first time around. Mama's Creations Incorporated, a company you might know from its stock ticker Mama, filed this amendment to add financial details about a business they acquired. They brought in what they call the Crown Eye carve-out business through a subsidiary. This is essentially a piece of another company, Crown Eye Enterprises Incorporated, that Mama's Creations decided to buy. It is pretty common for companies to buy just a part of another business, if that part fits their growth strategy. The original report filed in September was a current report announcing this acquisition, but now in this filing they're admitting they didn't include all the necessary financial statements for this newly acquired business, or the pro forma financial information. Pro forma is a fancy way of saying, what if financials showing how the combined companies would look financially? So what are they adding with this amendment? First, they're providing the audited financial statements for this Crown Eye carve-out business. Think of audited financial statements as the official checked and double-checked financial health report of that business as of a specific date, the 28th of June of 2025, and for the year leading up to it. This is crucial because investors need to know the financial standing of any new business a company acquires. It is like buying a used car, you want to see the mechanic's report, not just take the seller's word for it. Next up, they're giving us the pro forma financial information. This is where things get interesting for understanding the future. These are projections showing how Mama's Creations and the newly acquired business would look together. They've provided pro forma balance sheets as of the 31st of July 2025, which is a snapshot of what the combined company owns and owes at that point. They've also included statements of operations for the year ending the 31st of January 2025 and for the 6 months ending the 31st of July 2025. This helps investors see the combined income and expenses, giving an idea of the profitability of the combined entity. It is like seeing a glimpse into a crystal ball, but instead of magic, we have numbers. Looking at the exhibits, we see the actual deal itself documented. There is an asset purchase agreement, which is the legal document outlining the terms of the sale. It mentions Jubilee, which is a subsidiary of Mama's Creations, and Crown Eye, the seller. It is dated the 2nd of September 2025. This confirms the acquisition happened. We also see some financial plumbing here. Several loan and security agreements are listed, all dated the 28th of August 2025. This hints at how Mama's Creations might have financed this acquisition or is restructuring its debt around it. Companies rarely buy big assets with just cash from their savings account. They usually take on loans or secure new credit lines. This particular agreement involves the company, Jubilee Mama Mancini's Incorporated, Title Acquisition Corp, and M&T. This suggests a significant financial move, possibly involving debt financing. Finally, there is a consent from Yuhai LLP. This is likely their auditor confirming they agree to be named in the filing and that their work is presented fairly. It is a standard piece of paperwork when financial statements are being submitted. Now, let's look at the bigger picture here. Mama's Creations Incorporated, ticker Mama, is making a strategic move by acquiring this Crown Eye carve-out business. The fact that this amendment is necessary suggests that the initial filing might have been rushed or incomplete, which isn't ideal but can happen. The key takeaway is the addition of these financial statements and pro forma data. Investors need to scrutinize these additions very closely. Are the financials of the acquired business healthy? Do the pro forma statements paint a picture of a more profitable and stable combined company? The dates of these agreements, the 28th of August and the 2nd of September, tell us this acquisition was very recent, meaning these numbers are fresh and give us a real-time look at the company's strategic actions. The listed loan agreements are important too. They reveal the financial engine behind this acquisition. Understanding the terms and interest rates of these loans will tell us a lot about the cost of this expansion for Mama's Creations. Looking at this filing, the company is clearly in an expansion phase. They are actively acquiring businesses, which can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can lead to significant growth and increased market share. On the other hand, if the acquired business isn't performing as expected, or if the financing is too burdensome, it can drag down the overall company's performance. The biggest risk here is always integration. Can Mama's Creations successfully merge the operations, culture, and financials of this new business into its own? The financial statements and pro forma information they are now providing will be the first real test of that success. In conclusion, Mama's Creations is expanding, and this filing gives us a more complete, albeit delayed, picture of that expansion. Investors should pay close attention to the newly provided financial details and the terms of the debt financing. The company's direction seems to be growth through acquisition, but the execution and financial health of the combined entity will be the deciding factor in its long-term success. Alright, that is our breakdown of Mama's Creations' amended filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.